Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sean Oz. This is the World of Oz, where I like to show you my action lifestyle using drones, action cameras, 360 cameras, and show you how I use them to do the things that I do. So if you are interested in that kind of content, make sure to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming footage. Today we are testing the Skydio 2. There has recently been a new update and I wanted to see if it gave us a better connection using the controller to get a further range. So if you are interested in seeing that, make sure you stick around for this entire video. I wanted to go ahead and take this and sort of do a distance test over the lake so that we can compare it to the Mavic Air. All too often I see people comparing this to the Mavic Zoom or the Mavic 2 Pro, and in my opinion, that is the wrong drone to be comparing this to. One of the cool things I like about the Skydio is this magnetic battery. It's pretty dope. Now the Mavic Air is a collapsible drone, so it is a smaller footprint. It does have smaller motors on it, but they're both Wi-Fi. And that, to me, is why we should be comparing the two, because when you're flying it with the controller, they're both flying with a Wi-Fi connection. That's how you see the screen, your video feedback, what you can see. So we're gonna see which one of these can go further out over this lake. It is pretty windy today, so I can't guarantee how far we're gonna go or how long we're gonna be flying. Let's give it a try and see which one of these can go further over an iced over lake. The Skydio 2 controller is a USB to USB-C connection, or you can use a USB-C to a lightning cable if you use an iPhone product. When you open this controller, it automatically turns on. One of the things I really don't like is the way that the phone fits in this thing. I assume the antenna's in here. The controller feels cheap, man. It feels like a toy. There, I've said it. Skydio sort of screwed up, in my opinion, on this controller and the way that they use Wi-Fi. If Skydio had used OcuSync or something along those lines, this thing would be pretty incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and do a flight right now with the old firmware and see if there's a difference between this and the new firmware. So you hold the button to launch. We're just gonna go straight and take it out and see how far it can go. Now that it is really windy out. It's really weird watching the way it flies in the wind. It's sort of doing this all over the place kind of thing. You can't really tell on the video, but we're at almost at 400 feet. And now we're at 700 feet. And so far, I'm not getting a lot of breakup, so we're gonna turn it and see how the screen does. Not bad, 900 feet. This is one of the furthest I've ever gone with it. Wow. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a choppy signal, but it's actually still going. We're looking at 1,200 feet, and I'm just sort of yawing back and forth left to right to see if we get any breakup. And you can see there's some breakup happening now. 1,400 feet. This is actually pretty incredible. I don't know what's going on here. I normally get anywhere from 200 to 500 feet. The furthest I've ever gone before is 900 feet before getting total breakup. And we're at 1,700 feet. But we'll push it a little further here and see what we can get. So far, so good. There we go. There's some breakup. All right, we're at 2,000 feet, and I'm getting quite a bit of breakup. 2,200 feet, a little bit of breakup, but it's still going. So we're going to push it to 2,500 feet, and we hit 2,500 feet, and now you can see a pretty good amount of breakup happening. I cannot believe this. So it's a little choppy, but we're about to hit 3,000 feet. That's insane. We're almost at 3,500 feet, and I still have a signal. It's a little choppy, and it's definitely breaking up, but it's working. I don't know what the hell's happened. I think we're going to call it at 4,000 feet, but it's still going. As I turn the drone around, it's breaking up pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and turn it around and bring it back. I really can't believe that we just went 4,000 feet with this thing. I've never been able to get over like 800 to 1,000 feet tops, and that's on a good day. So this supposedly does a boost right there. Is that the boost? Yep, jumps up from 14 to 25 miles per hour. And I've lost connection. That's weird. Okay, regain connection. Whew. All right, maybe the antennas in the Skydio must be in the ass end of it, because once I turned around facing us, my signal was worse than what it was flying away. But you see, like when it's all choppy like this, you see how hard this would be to fly and actually capture anything? You see, that's impossible. So now at 2,800 feet, it's pretty much useless again. I mean, I've got a signal, but it's not doing what it needs to do for me to be able to capture any kind of real footage. just so you know, a couple of those people out on the ice are friends of mine. They're there to help me retrieve it just in case. Just in case. But you can see it's still broken up a little bit here, even now that we're back to 1,300 feet. As I pan over here to show you guys how beautiful it is where I'm standing right now. And there it is coming in. How much battery did that take to go 4,000 feet and back? We're at 61% battery, so that's not bad. Went out 4,000 feet, came all the way back, did a little panning, and still have plenty of battery. Before I bring it back, I want to show you guys one of the things I like about the Skydio with the controller. This would be hard from the angle I'm standing to fly through these trees and feel comfortable. But it's not a problem with the Skydio. I can get shots from a little bit of a distance that I wouldn't be able to get with my Mavic Zoom or Mavic Air or whatever other drone that you might be flying with. See how it breaks up? 457 feet away and it's breaking up. So sometimes distance really doesn't matter. I'm 457 feet away and this is what we need a better signal for. So now I'm going to fly back and land this, and we're going to take out the air. And notice how as soon as it gets me in signal, it puts a plus sign there because it can actually track me. See, it knows that's a car. It knows I'm a person. That's pretty dope. We're going to go ahead and test it with the Mavic Air now. And we're going to fly out about 4,000 feet, hopefully, with the Mavic Air. See what kind of signal or breakup we do or don't get with this little Wi-Fi guy. There is an auto record on the Skydio. The Mavic Air, you have to manually hit record. Now on the Skydio, if you don't like that, you can go into your settings and you can turn it off and you can make it so that you have to manually start and stop recording your video. Going straight out, same thing. The home point is set. Where is sports mode? There we go, that'll go much faster. Oh, you notice in sports mode, it's harder to get like a good shot. It keeps wanting to point down at the ground. The gimbal keeps moving. I can't seem to get the gimbal to stay like perfect, but we're just going for distance. We're already at 1,500 feet. Let's go ahead and slow it back down. Get the gimbal adjusted properly and see if we're getting any breakup or not. So far, so good. We're at 2,000 feet. And there's a little breakup right there already at 2,000 feet. And that's the thing with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is nothing like OcuSync. It's nothing like Lightbridge. I don't know why DJI started going back to Wi-Fi with some of their drones. We're already at 2,500 feet. And it's doing pretty good. DJI definitely has a way with their tech that a lot of other companies do not have. And that is breaking up. Strong aircraft interference warning. And we are at 3,000 feet. Yet I can still see, and it's still working. It's funny that it shows that we're 9 feet off the ground, but we're obviously much higher than that. You see like the breakup when I'm trying to move the gimbal? Look at that breakup. Like there's no way that I could fly this and get any kind of cool shots right now. So we do have signal. Oh, nope, there it went. We're out of signal. Now it's back. And you can see, like, there is no way that I could get anything smooth with a Wi-Fi drone at this kind of a distance. I'm turning right now, and the camera's not even showing that it's turned. See, it's like there's such a lag. So we're going to go ahead and point it back at ourselves and start working our way back to where we are. And I am trying to turn with my yaw and push with my stick at the same time, and you're seeing all kinds of breakup. Not very cinematic whatsoever. It definitely got out to 4,000 feet a lot faster, but I also use sports mode. Like right now on the way back, I'm not using sports mode, and it's definitely taking a lot longer to get back. And now back at about 2,500 feet, the signal seems to be a lot smoother. And now I can actually fly, and I'm getting a pretty good signal at 2,000 feet, 1,500 feet. That seems to be doing what I want it to do. It's a really nice place to fly. I was going to go down on the lake to fly where there was a lot less people wandering around. However, it's really cold down there. And there's the amphitheater right there. Let me show you one thing. If I fly towards these trees, like we did with the Skydio, then you'll see the drone will just stop. As long as I have my yep, just like that. just stops. It won't go around it. You manually either have to turn off your obstacle avoidance or you have to carefully fly around it and stay within that distance that works with DJI's obstacle avoidance. Okay, now we're gonna go hook the Skydio up to a Wi-Fi connection, update the Skydio software inside the Skydio itself, and try this one more time and see what happens. We've done the update, so we're gonna try and do the same thing now. 4,000 feet out, 4,000 back, see if it breaks up, see if there's any comparison. And then I'm gonna go ahead and splice all 3 flights next to each other, or bits and pieces of each flight next to each other, so you can see the difference between all 3. And see what you think, if this update made a difference on distance for a Wi-Fi flying drone. Say that 3 times fast. Now, I did use this battery to actually do the update, so I am a little limited on battery. We're about 3/4 of a battery, so we're just gonna go straight out there and straight back, not mess around too much. You see I'm holding the boost button, and now I'm getting speeds of 33, 34 miles per hour. 1,000 feet, no problem. No breakup. That's pretty nice. I don't know if it's the day or what's going on, but that is smooth at the moment. 1,500 feet, and things are looking really nice. 2,000 feet, and a little breakup right there. But honestly, the majority of things that I'm going to do with this drone are going to be within that 2,000 feet. High wind warning. We're going to keep going. Wait. Ooh. Okay. We're going to push it just a little bit because it's over ice and I got some people out there. And at least get up to 3,000 feet because it looks like it's already breaking up now at 3,000 feet. Yep. And then we'll turn around. We're totally getting breakup at 3,000 feet. There's no reason to push it any further. The update didn't do exactly what I was hoping it was going to do. But up to 2,000 feet in these conditions, we seem to be okay. Still, you can see the screen's pretty broken up. Really seems like the antennas must just be in the ass end of the Skydio, because when it's facing you, it seems to have a little bit more of an issue. But this is the breakup that I'm talking about. When things are broken up like this, it's really hard to get those cinematic, like swooping pans, to go around trees, to do all the things that you want to do with a drone like this. Everyone thinks this is a tracking-only drone, and if you haven't seen my other video in the card right there, I suggest you go check it out because this is not just a tracking drone. Yes, it can do some awesome tracking through trees and other obstacles, but that's not all it's about. Yeah, and you can see even at 1,700 feet, when I'm facing towards me, I am getting more breakup. So all those little stutters and jig-jags, those are the things that make it really hard to get really cool shots. But one of the cool things is flying this thing with the controller backwards is so cool. It just really is. I can't even express to you how cool it really is. I don't know why it gave me a warning. I got 44% battery and I got this thing back with plenty of spare battery. This is actually a pretty easy drone to hand catch and hand launch as well. Does the Skydio 2 go as far as they say it's supposed to? No, it doesn't. But neither does the Mavic Air. Neither one of those Wi-Fi drones come even close to what the company says they're supposed to get with a strong signal. Did this update make a big difference? Nothing that I can tell from this flight, but I'm going to be flying it and doing more videos with this on tracking as well as other cool things that this thing can pull off and do that my other drones can't. Maybe you're in batch 3, batch 4, and you don't know if you want to pull the plug or go ahead and pick up your Skydio 2. Stay tuned to this channel because I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff with this as the snow melts. This drone is probably the most fun I've had flying a drone in probably 5 or 6 years. I do mostly camera style drones, not like FPV, but cinematic kind of flying and tracking. So these kind of drones really have come so far since I first started with my old Blade 350 QX3 and my Blade Nano.